Hi guys. So we just want to talk about, what does insurance actually do for you? What does it mean to have insurance? Is it even worth it at all? And that is what we want to talk about today. Before we proceed, my name is Olaide Adeosun. This is actually my first time of doing this YouTube thing. Well, it's not the first time, but the real video. This is my first time. Please, I need your support. Please hit the like button, share, and follow for more. Thank you. Now let's get to it. What is insurance? Insurance is basically means that you're transferring your risk to the other party, and the other party that we're talking about is insurance, right? As long as we are living in this world, we are bound to have situationships. Things are going to happen, risks are going to happen whether we like it or not, right? And one thing that we cannot evict in this life is when we pass, right? And when we pass, we leave our loved ones here, and when we are gone, what happens to them? Especially if unexpected situation happens to us in younger age. But now, I'm not talking about the one I just mentioned right now. Is about life insurance, but we have different kind of insurance. We have auto insurance, we have home, we have liability insurance, we have business insurance, we have, of course, we have travel insurance, of course, life insurance, which I just touched base on right now. So now we're going to be touching one of them. We're going to touch about, let us talk about auto insurance, because I see a lot of people complaining about auto insurance. Insurance people are just taking my money and nothing actually happened to me. Are you telling me that you're gonna drive? I don't want, like, you're so good in driving that if you don't hit somebody, somebody's not gonna hit you. See, if you're not going to hit somebody, somebody's going to definitely hit your car. That's for sure, right? And there is no way that something will not happen. Maybe you hit someone while you're driving. Sometimes we were super careful, but situations just happen. Things just happen, right? And when such thing happen, what do? Right? You've probably been saving some amount of money monthly, maybe to get a project, and you'll be saving this money for, like, let's say 2 months, and you've saved up to about, let's say, about $20,000, right? Now you hit somebody. It just happened. You hit somebody, and when you hit this person, somebody's car, and when you hit their car, it's not just their car you hit. Maybe they get injured, and when they get injured, what happened? You dig your hand into that money that you've been saving for months, right? And of course, you don't have choice but to pay for the damages. But you don't want to find yourself in this situation. That is where insurance comes in. It basically means before any situation happens, you must be saving some amount of money, little amount of money every month, right, to be able to protect yourself in case of unforeseen circumstances happen, right? So now imagine you're saving, let's say you have let's say you have a auto insurance, like you sign up for auto insurance, let's say about 3 months ago, right? And boom, after 3 months you hit somebody's car, right? And the costs, the damages and everything, maybe the person injured, it gets injured, and this costs you about, let's say, $10,000 to be able to solve that damage. And you already have a savings of maybe like 50K that you save with your sweat. Do you want to, are you really sure you want to take 10,000 out of it? Could even be more than that, right? You don't want to do that. So this is where insurance comes in. So imagine you've only saved about $900 in for insurance company, right? But the damages cost about $10,000. So what happened? Insurance companies in and save the day. That's how it basically works. But remember, the only amount that you have saved in with the insurance company is just 900,000. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying 900,000. Man, money is coming. So the only amount we've actually saved is $900, right? But guess what? The damage cost 10,000. So who saved the day? Insurance. Of course, you saved the day too, because you are putting in some amount of money. So you don't have to worry about digging your money and going through distress. Dig your money into your savings. Insurance company save the day. So these are one of the benefits of having an insurance policy. Yeah. So now let's talk about life insurance. Life insurance is simple. We have different kind of life insurance. We have term, whole life, universal life insurance. Actually, it depends on your needs, right? So now let me quickly touch base on what term insurance. Term insurance actually means temporary for a particular period of time. It could be 10, 20, 30 years or 40 years, right? So sometimes it depends on what the company offers, but at least 30 years you get this policy like that is, let's say for example you have a mortgage and the balance on your mortgage costs about let's say $500,000, right? And of course you have children, right? And something unexpected happens to you. Maybe you pass. What happened to your kids, right? What happened to your kids? So this is where insurance comes in, to be able to pay your debts when you are gone, so that your children don't have to suffer, right? And it could be for other purpose, but it's going to be for a short period of that time. You could do 10, 20 years old. No, I want to protect myself during this so years, so period, right? So that is term. It's basically temporal. And we also have whole life insurance. So whole life insurance comes with investments also. So it's not until when you are gone alone. Even when you are alive, you tend to enjoy the money. You tend to enjoy your retirement. But whole life is actually expensive, right? But I don't want to go deep into whole life right now. But actually depends on the flow of your income. If you know you have a stable income to be able to pay for a period of time, yeah, whole life is suitable for you. And if you know you have a cash flow, whole life will be suitable for you, right? So, and also we have universal life, which is actually my favorite. Universal life is packed with a lot. It's actually flexible in contribution. You can increase the contribution, you can reduce the contribution, as long as it's suitable for you. You can do whatever you like actually. It's actually flexible in contribution, right? So this is what universal life does. It has investment portion. You can increase it, you can reduce it, you can use it for your mortgage, you can use it for your retirement. There's so many you can do with universal life. You can even withdraw from it without necessarily paying back. So this is why it's important for you to have a financial advisor. And what do financial advisors do? They simply advise you on how you can manage your policy, right? They advise you the amount you can put in. They help you to look into your financial needs. There's something they call financial needs analysis. They'll be able to see, okay, what kind of policy do you need? Is this suitable for you? So many things. I am a financial advisor. This is what I actually do. I do auto, home insurance, and almost every insurance, life insurance too. So I am licensed to do so. So this is basically what I do. And if you have interest, you can simply, I'm going to put my phone number here, right? You can just shoot me a text. I'm basically I live in Canada. So for auto Home liability insurance is I have access to that for only in Ontario, but for life insurance, of course, everywhere except maybe Quebec for now. But for auto home liability is only for in Ontario for now. But for life insurance, I have access to do business. You can reach out to me. Anyways, but of course, very soon I'm going to be everywhere. But for now, for just auto home liability insurance and aside life insurance, right? So sorry about that distraction. So like I was saying, so but for life insurance, term, universal life, whole life insurance, I'm available everywhere except for Quebec. Let me repeat it again. Life insurance, you can, whether you are in Calgary, whether you are in Edmonton, reach out to me. But for auto, home, business, and whole liability insurance, is only on Ontario for now. So yeah, I hope I'm able to touch base on one or two things, and I want to believe that you fully understand this message, right? So yeah, I'm still going to be doing more videos about this so that to open people's eyes to be able to visualize how insurance actually works, because I've been seeing a lot of videos of people, that talks bad about insurance, and I believe it's because they don't understand the meaning, or they don't have full knowledge about what insurance actually does. They just believe that insurance people are taking my money. No, in fact, if it's like that, if they are not going to do anything, if they are not going to pay your claim, do you think that the government is going to accept that? They would have considered it to be a fraud. I understand that some advisors actually can be the problem, maybe because of what is going to go into their pockets. Well, I understand that. But in every organization, there's always bad egg, right? But if you are fortunate to meet the right financial advisor, even the bad ones still say something to you. It might not just be exactly what you want, right? But there's still value in whatever they sell to you. But you just need to understand it, and you can switch. Other than just saying that insurance is bad and you don't get it at all. No, you don't want to be like, when something happens to you and your family are in distress, it is one thing they are crying over you, and it is one thing that they have to deal with the debt. In fact, the distress they are faced, they will not even bother to think about it. A part of them will not even be praying for you. They'll be like, oh my God, because that is what you've given them, a liability to deal with. And that can cost them their happiness, their joy, their freedom, because they need to be struggling to be able to pay the debt you left behind. Right? So, and I believe that if you truly love your family, you don't want to be like that. Right? And it's not just until you are gone. Like I said, we have the one that you tend to enjoy. It's not only when you are gone before you enjoy life insurance. We have critical illness life insurance. I think I'm going to talk about that in my next video, right? Thank you so much for listening to me, and see you in my next video. Bye.